Today we will be talking more about the name Jesus or Yeshua, because a lot of person are for, oh, is Jesus because that is what was made to go secular. Like, everybody is made to believe that it is Jesus. But let's get the foundation of this name, because the more we get the foundation, the more we get to understand, right? Now, while the Bible was being translated, a lot of things was translated as well. Because I believe if you're not new here, you will know that we've been talking about the omissions, the additions that were done to the Bible, and how the Bible is incomplete, and how a lot of things in the Bible presently is not true. Now, at the process of translating the Bible, maybe according to them, they say that they translated the Bible so that people everywhere can get to understand what is inside the Bible. Definitely, when something is not the original, there will be adulteration done, because at the process of breaking it down, a lot of times the main aim, the main meaning, the main idea, a lot of times is lost, because you have to process and process and process. At the process of processing, you lose a lot of authenticity, and that is exactly what is happening right now, even to the name of Yeshua. Okay, prior to this time, everybody knew it was Yeshua. Even from the text, from the original text where this was written out from, it is Yeshua. Now, one thing with name is that when you call someone by his or her original name, there is a connection that is formed. There is a foundation that is built when you call someone by their name. And that is why from the other video we're talking about names of the Creator, we saw where Moses was asking the Creator that when he gets to the people of Israel and they ask him who sent him, now which of the name is he going to give to them? And the Creator said he should tell them, I am has sent him to them. Because name is important. With name, you can build relationship. With name, you can form a connection. Now, where I had issue is that at the process of trying to translate the Bible, of course, I know we've talked a lot of that. We've talked a lot about that. This issue of translating the Bible, omitting a lot of things, adding a lot of things, most of the times to fit the supremacist ideology of control. But they will tell you that they are doing it for you to understand better. You know, when something is processed, definitely a lot of things are out of it. This is a fact, right? Is either there is an agenda, or is the mistake of somebody that we are living in today, and thereby losing the authenticity of what we even practice or watch or do. We are losing the authenticity of everything because the originality is not there. How can you just change the letters of people's name, of someone's name, not just anybody, someone that is crucial in the life of humanity? You just go change the letter, and then you tell us that it still means the same thing. Why not leave it as the Yeshua? Even if you're going to use some other English word for some other explanation, why not leave the name in its originality as it is, if there is nothing fishy behind it? Now, who is even the originator of this letter? Because like a lot of you know, or some of you might not know, the letter J was not in existence until around the 15th century. That was when the letter J came to exist. Now, what we know as the J was originally the I. What we know as the J was originally the I. Now, why not even leaving it in that very I? Why insisting on the J, if at all the aim is for people to understand better? You get the point. From Y, it became I, it became J. Now you see the differences. This is exactly what even happened to the Lord's Prayer. Because as they are translating from Aramaic to Hebrew to Greek to Latin to English, at the process of doing all these things, the originality was lost. And this is my problem personally that I have with all these people translating things. When it comes to the name, or when it comes to word that someone has said, it's better you leave it in that word or translate it directly as it is. Now, Okay, it said it was introduced in the year 1524, right, by the Italian author called Gian, is it Gian or Gian Giorgio Trissino. I'm going to leave the name up there. Gian Giorgio Trissino. He was the inventor of this letter J, and then he added it to the Latin alphabet, and that was how this letter J came to be, that the name Yeshua became Jesus. There's even a lot of difference, even as it is. It's not just it's not just the J even that is an external body. Jesus, which is the name used by most English people today, is an English transliteration of a German adaptation, of a Latin transliteration, of a Greek transliteration, of an originally Hebrew name that is simply Yeshua. The name is simply Yeshua, but you see the movement, Greek, Latin, German, just a name, Yeshua. What is so hard to leave that name Yeshua there? So that as everyone have known this other one, Jesus, now, and everybody have accepted it, we would have known the original one as it is and accepted it as it is. You see, the world is becoming so chaotic. The world is becoming so, sometimes when you sit and think and you imagine what is happening around the world, you see that we have missed a lot of things at the process of living. When I say living, like at the process of growing up, or at the process of discovering things, or at the process of trying to rule the world, or at the process of proving something, we have lost a lot of authenticity of ourselves, the originality of who we are, and even what we practice. And that is why most of the times we are confused. These are some of the examples. We are confused. And it is written there in the book that whatever you do by this name, if you call, however you speak to the Creator, you speak to the Creator by this name, whatever you ask for will be granted to you. But it's not the original name that we keep using. We are using what was invented, a letter that was invented by somebody around the middle, the 15th century. Not even from ancient times, like a lot of times ago. You see where we most of the times missed a lot of things. And this is all thanks to people that feel they have authority to make decisions. Decisions that they don't care how it affects people's life. Now you can't tell my mother that no, the Jesus that she's been knowing is not supposed to be Jesus. This letter is a very young letter. We should call the name originally as it is from the time it was originated. She will say no, the Jesus is a very powerful name. It's a very powerful name. Not knowing that the original name, which is the Yeshua, is even more powerful. Now, if you see most of our tribes in Africa, the name is still Yeshua or Yesu. Yesu or Yeshua. Like in my tribe is Yesu. Yesu Christi. Now, if you want to be more modern, if you want to modernize it, or you want to, that is when you say Jesu. But originally in my tribe, it's Yesu. But now they tell you both Yesu and Jesu is okay. Now, what is the agenda behind this letter J that was invented by this Italian man? And then was incorporated into the letters, and then they come to tell us that we have to replace the Y with an I, replace the I with a J. There's a lot of things, and most of the times we see most of these realities before our faces and we feel like no, there's nothing wrong, it's okay, what we knew all this while, it's okay. It's not your fault, it's the system. Something I want to show you. I don't know how you assimilate it, how you will understand it, but I think you should see this.
To the outside world, they say Yahweh. To the inner world, it means what? Satan. So they can preach in the name of Jesus Christ the most eloquent sermons, and you wouldn't know that they're preaching about Lucifer. You wouldn't know. And here's the other quote, Blavatsky, Secret Doctrine. Jehovah, esoterically, is also the serpent or dragon. I'm not saying it. The highest source in occultism is saying it. That tempted Eve, and the dragon is an old glyph for astral light, which is wisdom in chaos. So, esoterists turn everything upside down. Here she writes in Secret Doctrine, the great serpent of the garden.
The voice within us that speaks to us is the voice that we should listen to, because it speaks to you genuinely from the core of your system, from the core of the you that is there. Now, it's not just about what people say or how it is. How do you perceive it is also important. And that is why it is said that it is what you believe in that works for you. It's how you perceive things that it happens. Now, there's something I got here as well. Maybe we should check this out, right?
You have nothing in this world to conquer or to challenge or to transcend apart from your mind. All your neighbors live here. Your enemies and friends live here. Your gods and demons live here. And yourself, imagined, lives here. So watch him. Just be aware of the energy of it. Feel the pull like that. Just become more and more aware that your watching place is not the thing you're watching, not the thing that is moving about. Just remain detached, like you're witnessing. What does witnessing mean? It means the witness is never involved in the scene that it's witnessing. Because the moment you become involved in the scene, you become part of the scene.
I think that's enough to explain further to us what is what and what is not. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive. What do you think? Jesus or Yeshua? Bye for now.